Hey, okay, so you're curious about how coaching works, what exactly does a coach do, and how do we figure out what to post, and how do we make money? So I'm going to do my best to address those three questions, and I'll try my best not to move too much. So first thing, what does a coach do? In a nutshell, a coach is basically responsible for working on their own health and wellness. Um, that means being a product of the product. So using the Beachbody programs and creating the lifestyle that you want for yourself um, and your family, and drinking Shakeology or the Beachbody Performance, or just utilizing some of our nutritional supplements that we have, because they're actually things that really do help you and that are going to boost your metabolism, that are supplements, vitamins, nutrients, things that our bodies really need. And so it's not anything to be afraid of talking about, because it's something that's helping you. So as a coach, we do something called the 4 vital behaviors every single day. So the first of the 4 vital behaviors is to be a product of the product, which I mentioned. Part of being a product of the product is sharing our story about that. So I share my story in social media. I share on Instagram and on Facebook primarily. I share in my stories on Instagram a lot. And basically I just post maybe 2 times a day on Instagram and Facebook. So second vital behavior is personal development. As a coach, I do personal development every single day. I listen to audiobooks. I have a bunch of books that I love reading. But I basically just commit some intentional time in the morning, in the evening, whenever I have some cracks in my day. And then especially if I'm just doing things like folding laundry or doing the dishes, just kind of cleaning up the kitchen, things like that, like everyday lifestyle things, driving, then I use that time to listen to personal development. So what is personal development? Basically, personal development is ways that you can fuel your mind with good things. Because here's the thing, when you're running your own business and you're becoming an entrepreneur and you're trying to be your own boss and you're learning all these new things, it can be really, really easy to let that little doubting self-doubt, self-critical voice kind of crop up and sit on your shoulder and talk to you all day long and tell you, well, this is never going to work for you. You are bad at X, Y, and Z. And basically this little voice tells us all kinds of lies. Personal development is a way to actively combat those little lies that are going to crop up because we get a little bit anxious or we get a little bit worried about trying something new and uncomfortable. It's normal. So personal development is essential as a coach because it helps me grow as a person. It helps me grow in mom life, things like that. But it also helps me grow in my business. Because here's the thing, you're going to be a lot more magnetic of a person if you're consistently growing. So personal development, definitely essential. Podcasts are also a great option. I listen to lots of podcasts. What's the third one? The third one is to invite people. So inviting people, what does this look like? Basically, it's kind of a 3-step process. It can be a little deceiving because I don't just sit here and go well, who should I invite to try Shakeology today? And say do you want to buy a challenge pack today? Do you want to buy a challenge pack today? That's not how it works. Basically, what I do first is I build relationships with people. So I do this by posting, and I do this through my Instagram stories. This basically gives people an inside look in my life. And it allows me to just get to know them as an audience and they get to know me as well. So stories, posting regularly and just talking about my story, my reasons for doing this, my reasons for being on a health journey, my life as a mom, just the 5 key things that really make up me. That's what I post about to help build relationships with people. Because here's the thing, people buy products or follow people because they know, like, and trust them. In order to create that know, like, and trust feeling, we need to be vulnerable with people. We need to be open about who we are as a person and just basically just be unapologetic about who we are. So as a coach, part of the inviting process for me is that I am consistently posting. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec, but I post because it helps build that relationship from the get-go. And then when I start a conversation in the sidelines with someone, like on a messenger or in the DMs of Instagram, then it's not weird because they already know who I am. I'm just actively getting to know them. Once I've gotten to know them better, then usually I'll talk to them about just their life. And I might ask them about their goals. If they've directly responded to something that I've posted about a challenge group or about my journey, then I might just ask them, hey, are you on a health journey too? What are you working on? Love to help if I can just help you figure things out. that's kind of the gist of inviting. So really it's not anything, it's not like a, do you want to go buy this? It's more like a, I have this opportunity that I'm doing, or I have this opportunity that I'm offering to my following to join a fitness challenge for 21 days to just focus in on their health and wellness goals. I'll hook you up with the resources that you need to be successful. I'll provide you with the accountability you need to do that. Do you want some information on it? That's an invite. Okay. So coaching, it allows me to reach out to people and not just show and set an example, because I have lots of people tell me, oh my gosh, yes, I love following you for inspiration. I don't want them just to be inspired and watch me. I want them to actually want to do something. So inviting basically lets them know I actually do have a process for how I can help them get started, for how I can help support them on their health and wellness journey. And that I'm not just doing this for myself. I am in this because I love helping people. Okay, the last part is recognition. So for me, this is recognizing people on my team, recognizing people in my challenge groups. And to begin with, as a brand new coach, this would mean just actively looking for ways that you can add value to other people's lives. This means like if you see someone on Instagram who has a great picture, or you just loved their post, or their story was phenomenal, or whatever it is, that instead of just saying like, hey girl, loved the post, you actually post a genuine comment, or you recognize them by like tagging them in your stories, or just little things like that. It's basically like personalized shout outs. And it's one of the funnest things on the planet because it makes you feel like $1,000,000 and it helps the other person feel like a gazillion bucks. So recognition is super important and it's super fun. Okay, posting. What do you post? I kind of touched on this a little bit. Posting as a coach, I just post my life. I post about my lifestyle and how doing Beachbody workouts, how drinking Shakeology kind of helps me in my life. I share that in my stories, and I show the consistency in my stories. In my team, I actually have a posting schedule that I recommend, and it's not like you have to post this on this day. It's more like a guideline of how I structure my week. But as a coach, I would help you to structure your month, and then to structure your weeks, and then to structure your daily posts. Basically, we do something that's called like a monthly plan. And this helps us plan for like, okay, what are the kinds of things that we want to invite people to be a part of throughout the month? So my posts are going to revolve around that. So if I have a snack group that I'm doing, which is the one that I'm doing this next time, then my posts for the next few days, as I'm inviting to that, are all going to revolve around healthy snacks for kids, healthy snacks for moms. And then in the cracks of that, I'll be talking about just regular mom life. I may share my story once or twice and just talk about like how you don't have to feel guilty as a mom for taking care of yourself or for wanting to feed your kids healthy food instead of fruit snacks. Like just basically being relatable. So posting, I do have like a specific posting schedule. And as a new coach, like I would help you to learn how to post. And the thing is that it's a learning process. Posting isn't complicated. It really is just as simple as sharing your story and being willing to let people know like you're doing this for you and that you're unapologetic about whether or not they want to do it or not. You're doing this for yourself, you're doing this for your family, and that you're here to help the people who want the help. Okay. Last thing, how do we make money? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to send you a video that talks a little bit more in depth about how we make money, and it's from one of the coaches on our team. So I'll let you watch that, but once you finish watching this video, then let me know any other questions you have, and yeah, we can go from there. Okay, thanks for listening.